fishing against the best out there.
Someone's going to win, someone's going to lose.
Everybody wants to win. It's not that you want to see someone lose, you want to win.
They're the best at what they do and you want to beat the best.
Oh, yeah.
That is what fishing's all about.
Welcome to the AFC Barra series, where Australia's very best barramundi specialists go head-to-head. The AFC Barra series is hosted across the Whitsunday region in northern Queensland. Round 1 commences at Proserpine Dam, situated 26 kilometres inland of the town of Proserpine.
Yeah, it looks great, but we want a bit of calm weather. Sun's out, hopefully the temperature gets going and humidity up and we get them on the tube.
I fished with Craig in the ABT tour and a few other tournaments. We know we fish well together. We fish very similar styles. With this new moon, I think we should get into them pretty well, so should be some fish around.
We're going to smash the Barras and beat BCF.
It'll be tough fishing, but I think 5 fish in the session time should be pretty doable. Griffiths and Karim will catch them, so we got to catch them.
We're fishing against probably the best out there. Johnny and Ethan, they're one of the best barra fishing. We've done them out if they're at Hinchy, come down to Rocky, they still do unreal in all comps. And if you're going to fish against someone, you want it to be these two, so we've got to be onto it the whole day.
Let's get it done.
3, 2, 1, go!
Here are the rules and points guidelines for Proserpine Dam. Anglers will fish a 5-hour limit with the length of their 5 longest fish being calculated. A legal fish must be caught to register a point. A bonus point will be awarded to the team that catches the longest fish.
Our first location was a sloping point in the middle of the dam. It was part of the basin area of the dam. The timber was, fairly high, fairly thick. We had a lot of laydowns, a lot of stand-up.
When we're fishing trees like this, we don't want to cast too far out from the boat, because if you're going to get hit, you're not going to get it back. You want to get them nice and close. Then you've got half the chance of getting one back, sometimes.
We were looking to get off to a good start. We had a pretty decent spot that John ended up making the call to go there, and it is a pretty good morning spot. It's pretty shallow there.
It's straight over the other side of the dam. It's offshore a bit of a pinnacle comes up. So it's an island essentially in the middle of the dam. Fish roll up on that area and feed.
It sort of matched the pattern that we'd found previously, and yeah, it ended up paying off early on. Here's a net up here, mate.
Just go easy on there. Nice one. Just go easy now. You got him up. Yes. That's a good one. Big one, Ethan.
The first one was pretty quick, actually. It might have only been fishing for half an hour. It was a pretty good bite, so I remember it nearly jarring the rod out of my hand as it ate it, so that's always good fun. That's exactly what you sort of fish for barramundi for, is the bite. That's a pretty good start. So it was good to land the first one. We were really excited about that, and I think they just pushed that momentum forward throughout the day. We'll catch about 4 more of these. Oh, we might work up this way and just cast up there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Might chuck a slip rig if we can do that, right?
Yeah, so I was just casting a shallow hard body pretty much across the face of a weed bed, and we'd caught one there previously. So yeah, we pretty much just tried to replicate that, and it worked pretty good, I think. Oh, I just had one.
It's on the left. Man, there's some barras here, man. You got one? Just go easy, Ethan, I'll chase him.
Yeah, it's enough.
Yeah, I got it now. Just let him go this
You go that side,
Yeah, I got it. 6:45, same location, yeah, same lure. Yeah, once they come on in spots like that, they can, light up pretty quick. There's a few fish feeding there. So, yeah.
So the second one I hooked up and it was on the other side of the tree. I put the reel into free spool. A lot of people just pull tight or lock up the reel, and what that generally does is like the fish just ends up swimming around circles around the tree and then busts off. That's exactly what happens. So if you've hooked a fish and it goes around a tree, you put no pressure on them. They don't just, people think that they're just going to swim away and you'll lose all your line, but it'll probably swim maybe 10 metres and then stop. I essentially put the fish into free spool and waited for John to grab the electric and drive back around the tree to the other side of the tree and then started fighting the fish.
You ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
Just stay here.
Come up forward again.
Ready?
I'm ready.
He's not a bad one. I thought he was smaller than that. You can't really ask for a better start than that. It was straight up in the morning and plenty of time left to catch the rest.
Good stuff. That's a good fish. They're solid here, eh? Good work, boys.
Let's go for another.
I come from Victoria on the Murray. Growing up, I fished all my life, so it's been there the whole time. And trying to sleep last night, it's pretty exciting stuff, AFC. At the start there, your adrenaline running. That's why I do the comps. We go straight down the back, and you want that first bite, so you're just going, you're seeing them there, you're going, come on, fish, just give us that first bite.
Hit him. Good bite.
Hit that on the drop. Like all the barra bites you hear, you know, they smack it hard, take a heap of line. When you're jigging, it's just like a little sooty. They tap, tap, tap on it, and you've got to feed them line, then set hook.
I was on the end of a point in some timber, some heavy timber. Craig hooked up the first fish.
Yep.
Hit him.
Set the hook, come up nuts.
Took a lot of line and we had to get pretty quick with the net. Get him up. The country we're fishing is pretty hectic. It's a lot of trees, a lot of laydowns, so you got to keep the fish head up.
Here he is.
Hit him up. Yep.
Good fish.
Good fish. Keep him up.
There's that tree.
They just jumped everywhere. Craig had it pretty much boat side.
We
just hooked.
Yeah, and we seen it was just had the one hook and slip. We're babying around and babying in there. It's not real good because there's just trees everywhere.
He's dirty.
As soon as you get them near the boat, you swiping at them.
He got it up. I went for the net shot.
Just went the wrong way with him.
The deck was a little bit damp from the rain we had last night. I had my thongs on and I went pretty much face first into the rods.
That's how we do it. It's gone in the net, out of the net, kicks my rod in, so we had to reach in, get the rod, and Karim's lying on the deck laughing. So that was the start of it.
That was ridiculous.
I love coming up to this sort of region with Sundays. There's a heap of different options fishing. There's the offshore, and then you know, that varies right from the islands out to the reefs, or you can come, you know, inland to the dam here. We might make a move up the river, try a different technique, keep it fresh. We can come back here later.
Let's go do it. Whit Sunday's got a lot of good areas just because it's protected. There's a lot of islands, a lot of nice bays and that sort of thing. The land-based fishing is unreal. You can catch flathead off the beach wherever you go. You catch whiting if you want. You catch squid off the beach all the time. And then you can obviously come to Proserpine if it's a bit windy, and you can fish the weedy bays and stuff for barramundi. So you've got a lot of options there.
After Craig lost that fish, well, I probably lost it for him, and we see that the sounder was lit up. We had to make the most of it.
Once you get one to bite, it kind of lights them all up, and yeah, they were everywhere then.
I dropped down straight away, hooked up for a good one.
Got him? He's all right. You got that stick there?
Yeah.
It was the same, just vibe under the boat, and if you know Karim is a brute of a boy, he just boom on, straight up, head up, straight in within a minute.
That's how it's done.
I sort of muscled it in because we lost that last one. I thought we'd get it in pretty quick. a few high fives around, and we're pretty happy to get that first fish on the deck for the morning.
Happy as first barra on AFC, so pretty wrapped with that. Nice fish, mate.
We're pretty calm when we fish. Any tournament situation, we like to prepare well, which we did. It's tough fishing, we knew that, but we're confident in how we can catch our fish and the techniques we use. We knew it wasn't going to be long and we were going to nail something decent, and we did.
We went up the river where it was more tree lines, deep timber. We like to jump around spots a fair bit, try to make the fish, bite. Sometimes you roll up on the spot and they'll bite straight away rather than toughing out, waiting for them to come to you. We should get towed up a few times in here.
We always have these game plans that we always say we'll give it 20 minutes, and sometimes if we're just not feeling it, we give it 5 minutes. It's a tough gig at the moment, eh? So it's just on how we feel at the time. There's no logic behind it. It's pretty ridiculous sometimes. We're just about to move back to where we first started after we just do a couple more trees up here, and then we'll head back to where we caught them too early on, and hopefully get 3 there, and we'll call it a day.
My favourite waterway is probably the Proserpine Dam. Proserpine has an area of the dam you can fish timber, you can fish weed, you can fish deep water, and it's a bigger dam. You've got more opportunities to switch up your techniques and get into those barra, and usually they're big barra, so you have a lot of fun with them. Get him. No, that tree's just there,
Hooked on, going hard. Oh, yeah. And he swallowed that much. It's right down his gut, so he's jumping everywhere. Got a bit excited because he started going back down and put a bit of thumb on him. Oh, this one's got a bit of go.
Boom! Chewed you?
Yeah.
No, just the techniques that we're using in the country. You've got to go hard or go home, we call it. If you pussyfoot around, then you're not going to get in the boat.
On a roll today. High five and look at them under the boat, let's get another one. And we've got the confidence out there. If we miss a couple, the chance is going to come along again. Can you hook them? Let's get yours.
I'll try.
Oh, you got to love it.
I can't believe he chewed you that quick.
I did put a bit on him there at the end too.
Yeah, the boy's moving. Boy's running and gunning.
We went up the river a bit, tried casting around some big timbers. We thought they'd come on, and it just didn't happen. We had a feeling it might be later that they came on up there. Because it went quiet for a bit where we were fishing, we changed locations. We like to jump around a fair bit.
We don't like to sit on one spot too much. We generally get pretty bored. I mean, at the end of the day, you're there for a bit of fun, and running around's a lot more fun than just sitting on somewhere and not getting any bites. Plus, we always like to look at it that you try and make things, promote things to happen rather than waiting for things to happen. That's the way we like to approach it.
Take us in there, Captain.
Aye, aye. We also tried similar spots to our original island spot, but yeah, we didn't really end up having the same success, I suppose. But as the day progresses, it's always a little bit harder, I think, on them shallower, weedier islands. They're usually good early on in the morning, and then they sort of taper off towards the middle of the day as it heats up.
Should we keep fishing?
Should we make a move?
Yeah, make a move.
Let's make a move.
Got the ones out wide too.
Oh yeah, do that first.
Go there for a quick look, if
Yeah,
they're not there.
if they're loaded up, it'll be game over, Red Barra.
Yeah, they're loaded up there. Go around for coffee.
So yeah, our second location we rocked up, so it was a line of timber that's been pushed up by the dozers. It was about 19 to 25 foot.
Yep, we went to the basin, so we pulled up and we'll see them on the down skin. We start casting, jigging, and I'm out this side of the boat.
Are the boys going again? There's a pile of timber there that had a heap of fish stacked on it, and it was a matter of time, and Craig dropped down and hooked up a nice one.
Yep. He's hit me there pretty hard.
Watch that rod.
No warning with this one, just grabbed it, buckled me over.
You're on electric.
Underneath the boat, you've got to try and get the rod around the front of the lecky.
Let's go steady when he gets up.
We've got him pinned pretty good, we've seen that, so we're out in the middle of nowhere there, so we've backed the drag off. Crikey.
He's fighting there, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's got- You got a hook in him, so
Yeah.
that's all we do. Come on, Griff, let's get this on him. Good bite.
Oh, nibbling one.
It's falling.
Here it is.
He's getting.
Yes. Woo! Man, give it to me.
You hooked him perfect in the corner of your jaw.
We got him in there, so he wasn't too bad. That was enough for me, one fish, so I'm happy as. So there. Unbelievable.
Best fighting fish going.
Go team BCF.
All right.
All right.
Work.
$10:30, the dam just went, couldn't find a fish.
We knew that today was going to be that, that grind. We're going to need our bag today if we're going to take those boys on.
Yep.
We had an area at the back of the river.
As we're coming into it, Johnny and Ethan's coming back. And it's always the same. You've got two good anglers on a dam, you're going to find the same stuff. So they're doing the tree line, the river bank. So we've just gone down to the big crazy sticks down there.
Oh, it looked like they just rolled in near us, eh? Tried to find us, hunt us out, and then fish next to us.
Karim's over. Within 5 minutes, he's hooked up.
Ah, done him.
Got him?
Nice work, Karim.
Nice work. Nothing nice about that. There's a luck factor in fishing. You can prepare as hard as you want. Your tackle's spot on. Sometimes, you hook everything, you land everything. Sometimes you hook a lot and you lose a lot. So today was one of those days. It was tough fishing. We lost a lot. You can't be sad with it. You've got a couple on the deck, so you've got to be happy with that. But it could have been better for us, for sure. Got to get two. Get him. Watch that.
Yep.
If you get him up again, I'll go for the early shot.
Yep.
Where are you?
Yeah. Oh, he's doing.
Rout.
It's a 5-bag limit. We wanted 3. We knew it was a tough bite. We had plenty of chances to get our third. We've hooked up, but we dropped them. So we just got to see how Johnny and Ethan went now.
We'll probably move this is doing no good for us. So we'll probably go back to where we caught them couple this morning.
Well, when we were up the river fishing, we saw the BCF team hook to in quite a short time, and that sort of thing can get to you while you're fishing. You try to put it out because it's not pleasant watching other teams hook up fish. Nothing like leaving till the final hour. It doesn't take long to catch fish, and that's what you've got to maintain the whole time. Like, we've had tournaments where we haven't even had a fish in the boat until the last hour, and you catch your 5 and they're big and you end up winning it. Yep, there's one. Good work, Ethan. Straight away. Which way you want me to go?
Just hold us out, go out.
Still out or? No.
All right, right here.
There's a tree just there. Is that a tree? No. Frame in the net. Yep. Good work, man.
Come on. Ah.
It'd be interesting to see how Johnny and Ethan, they fished a little bit different than us. They casted the trees while we jigged a bit, so we'll soon find out if their method's better than ours.
Here are the results for round 1 of the AFC Barra series at Proserpine. Team United landed 3 fish for a bag length of 292 centimetres, with a big fish of 104 centimetres.
Damn.
Team BCF landed 2 fish with a bag length of 204 centimetres, and their big fish measures 103 centimetres.
1 centimetre.
Yes.
This gives Team United 4 points for the win, while BCF collect 1 point.
Nice work, boys.
Good work, boys. Good on ya. Always close, eh?
Next time on AFC, in the deciding round, Team United will attempt to secure victory, whilst BCF must complete a clean sweep to take out the championship.
Take me in the other.
Mate, under the boat.